I get it. I'm not sure why you would want to go to Canada when we live in the greatest country on the face of the planet.
Trump's National Press Secretary, Hogan Gidley, was on CNN where he made some funny comments. So I'm going to play just the beginning of this interview. It's pretty entertaining.
Positive results for the American people in the last 3 years, and then you have someone like Joe Biden with nothing to show. And I just want to say,
Hogan, we can't even go to Canada.
Hold on.
Hogan, Canada won't let us in. I mean, look at this coronavirus number. When you look at who in this Q poll they say is best able to handle a coronavirus response.
I get it. I'm not sure why you would want to go to Canada when we live in the greatest country on the face of the planet. That's Donald Trump's mentality.
Well, if you want to get away from coronavirus,
apologizing
you might.
for this country. But regardless of that, let's be clear. You don't have to guess what this economy would look like under Joe Biden. We saw depressed wages for 8 years.
Okay, a couple of great things to comment on there. This is really, really high quality stuff. So mentions there. Why would anyone want to go to Canada? Why would anyone want to go to Canada? Well, talk to the people in my mentions complaining that I'm not for opening up the Canadian border because those Americans want to get in here. I'm sorry, guys. This is the current state of things right now. I think you got to wait a little bit. Before you're allowed back in Canada. So initially, the border was supposed to be opened up on July 21st. They have now extended that another month. Thank God. Based on these numbers, just in case you can't read here, daily new confirmed COVID-19 cases per million people, shown as the rolling 7-day average. So this is all relative. This is per capita. Look at the increase that the U.S. continues to experience in COVID-19 cases, while Canada is sitting down here. So please spare me your comments about how great America is and why would anyone want to go to Canada when this is the current state of the coronavirus. Now, in the economy, yes. Oh, Joe Biden would destroy the economy. Have you looked around? Have you seen the unemployment numbers? Do you know what's going on? So this is what the Trump administration has to do. They have to completely ignore reality to be able to fight for their candidate here. From Politico, jobless claims have come in higher than 1 million and more than double the worst week of the Great Recession for 17 straight weeks. For 17 straight weeks, it has been this bad. And it continues because of this. And you have what? I mean, let's just get back to the Canada versus U.S. comparison here. Not to say, if I'm doing a video on just Canadian stuff, I have criticisms. I have plenty of criticisms of Canada as a Canadian. But when we're comparing the two countries, Canadians received a CERB, $2,000 a month. So if you were impacted by the coronavirus in Canada, whether it was your job, whether your kids had to stay home and you had to take care of them, whatever it was, you could apply for the CERB, which is $2,000 a month, and get some financial assistance during this pandemic. What has Trump given you? A check? If you're even able to get that check? And I've heard the horror stories of trying to get unemployment in the US. And in Canada, it's a pretty quick process to be able to apply for the CERB or unemployment. So there is just clearly Trump does not have a handle on this, and it's just getting worse. And instead of dealing with it, these are the kinds of speeches he's giving. So because he can't actually present anything for the American people, he has to just distract with complete bullshit. So take a listen to this clip from one of his recent speeches.
We're bringing back consumer choice in home appliances so that you can buy washers and dryers, shower heads and faucets. So shower heads, you take a shower, the water doesn't come out. You want to wash your hands, the water doesn't come out. So what do? You just stand there longer, or you take a shower longer? Because my hair, I don't know about you, but it has to be perfect. Perfect. Dishwashers, you didn't have any water, so the people that do the dishes, you press it and it goes again, and you do it again and again. So you might as well give them the water because you'll end up using less water. So we made it so dishwashers now have a lot more water. And in many places, in most places of the country, water is not a problem. They don't know what to do with it. It's called rain. They don't have a problem. And old-fashioned incandescent light bulbs, I brought them back. I brought them back. They have two nice qualities. They're cheaper and they're better. They look better. They make you look so much better. That's important to all of us. But they're better and much cheaper. And they were mandated out, legislated out, and we brought them back, and they're selling like hotcakes.
All right. I mean, what? While there is a pandemic ravaging American lives, let's remind you again what it looks like. This is going on. There's no real financial help for people. Record unemployment. Donald Trump is talking about water, dishwashers not having enough water. When you take a shower, the water doesn't come out. What? What is going on? What is going on? Incandescent light bulbs. Like this. Oh my God. This really couldn't have gone any worse for Trump. It really couldn't have. And it's all his fault. He did it himself. He could have been like every other country. Look, yes, coronavirus is a problem that everybody's experiencing. It's not just, uniquely a Trump issue. But everybody else dealt with it, is dealing with it properly. Their numbers have come down. Everybody else, by the way, I always link to this graph in all my sources below the video when I cut these out of the live stream. But you can add any country here. Let's type in France. Same thing. You can do this yourself. Put in any country. The only country that comes close is Brazil, who also, by the way, has a far right conservative leader, neo-fascist Jair Bolsonaro. So there, Brazil and the U.S., the two worst countries with the coronavirus so far, and both led by neo-fascists. I think it's pretty clear that it's time for Trump to go.